Hey, it's Christine. Welcome to the royal family, where here we're all about realizing how powerful we really are, that our thoughts create our reality. So, welcome to the family in creating your best life. And we're continuing to read The Science of Getting Rich. Let's get rich, shall we? We're going through the chapter on how riches come to you. How do we let those riches come in? When I say that you do not have to drive sharp bargains, I do not mean that you do not have to drive any bargains at all, or that you are above the necessity for having any dealings with your fellow men. I mean that you will not need to deal with them unfairly. You do not have to get something for nothing, but can give to every man more than you take from him. You cannot give every man more in cash market value than you can take from him, but you can give him more in use value than the cash value of the things you take from him. That'll make sense. Like, don't you feel so much more powerful when you've purchased something and it feels like you underpaid? Like you're getting so much more value than what you paid for that particular thing. And then that alone makes you feel like, oh my God, I got such a good deal. So do that for others. When you're providing value for someone, give them more value than they paid for, and then more will come return to you. So he's saying, the paper, ink, and other materials in this book may not be worth the money you paid for it. But if the ideas suggested by it bring you thousands of dollars, you have not been wronged by those who sold it to you. They have given you a great use value for a small cash value. Let us suppose that I own a picture by one of the great artists, which in any civilized community is worth thousands of dollars. I take it to Baffin Ray and by salesmanship introduce an Eskimo to give a bundle of furs worth $500 for it. I have really wronged him, for he has no use for the picture. It has no value to him. It will not add to his life. But suppose I give him a gun worth $50 for his furs, then he can make a good bargain. He has use for the gun. It will give him many furs and much food. It will add to his life in every way. It will make him rich. So obviously, don't sell people things that they don't need or won't provide value for them. This goes into what is your client experience? Like when you're giving service or value to someone, what is their need and desire? And give them that particular thing or something that's going to expand them, expand their life experience, give them value in their current experience, right? It's all about just increasing the value of our experience, right? We're all here as a co creation, living our life, interacting with others, and hopefully increasing their life as we increase ours. It's just in human nature that we want more for ourselves. So if we want more for ourselves, if we give more to others, that's going to reciprocate to ourselves, right? That makes sense. So if you want more, give more. But like, specifically more that's going to give that particular person or people value. When you rise from the competitive to the creative plane, you can scan your business transactions very strictly. And if you are selling any man anything which does not add more value to his life than the thing he gives you in exchange, you can afford to stop it. You do not have to beat anybody in business. And if you are in business which does not beat people, get out of it at once. So, yes, make sure you're in business that provides value to people, not from the competitive plane, but from the creative plane. So, don't even look at what other businesses are doing unless it inspires you, but think from the creative side. What would be more valuable and what would give more purpose to the people that I'm serving? And it doesn't have to be a business, like just even in relationships. Like, how can I step up and be a better wife or mother or dad or brother or sister or friend? How can I step up and be my best version of myself so that I can give to others in my relationships so that it's bettering for them? Like, as I'm being the best version of me, I'm uplifting others to be the best version of them. And then just brings in more and gets even better, right? Creates a momentum and a flow. Give every man more in value than you take from him in cash value. Then you are adding to the life of the world by every business transaction. If you have people working for you, you must take from them more in cash value than you pay them in wages. But you can so organize your business that it will be filled with the principle of advancement, so that each employee who wishes to do so may advance a little every day. You can make your business do for your employees what this book is doing for you. You can so conduct your business that it will be sort of a ladder by which every employee who takes the trouble may climb to riches himself and give the opportunity. If he will not do so, it is not your fault. And finally, because you are the cause to the creation of your riches from formless substance, which permeates all of your environment, it does not follow that they are to take shape from the atmosphere and come into being before your eyes. So here's what I'm getting from this. I know it's a lot and it's very, seems very instructional, very business oriented, but coming from the principles of Neville Goddard, if you can be the version of you right now that has the impression of advancement, that everyone that you come in contact with, you uplift, that every opportunity for making money or giving service and you're exchanging money, that you're uplifting that person, you're providing the best value you can give them, you're giving the best version of yourself, and not a forceful way, just that's just who I am. I am the best version of me. I give my best work. I do my best service. I uplift others and just have those affirmations on repeat. I'm always the best version of me. I'm always in the flow state. How awesome would that be? I'm just always in my best version. Everything's effortless for me. I'm the best at manifesting money. Money comes in so easily for me. People love to pay me because I uplift them. People love to be around me because I uplift them. Just, it's all about your self-talk, right? So just remember that you're here to expand. And as you are becoming the next level version of you, you're increasing everyone around you, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships. And then that's where the riches come in, because that's your symptom of being more of yourself. So good. If you want a sewing machine, for instance, I do not mean to tell you that you are to impress the thought of a sewing machine on thinking substance until the machine is formed without hands in the room where you sit or elsewhere. But if you want a sewing machine, hold the mental image of it with the most positive certainty that it is being made, or it is on your way, it's on its way to you. After once forming the thought, have the most absolute and unquestioning faith that the sewing machine is coming. Never think of it or speak of it in any other way than as being sure to arrive. Claim it as already yours. So whatever you desire, more money, the best body, a relationship, see it, hold that mental image, and see it as it's definitely on its way to you. Like, you don't even have to worry about it at all. Like, you just know for sure it is yours. Claim it as already yours. It's done. Your thought on the formless substance just brings it to you. That's the law. That's how this all works. That's how we are the royal family. We are the operant power in our life. Whatever we desire, we claim it as certain, and it's done. We get it. It will be brought to you by the power of the supreme intelligence, acting upon the minds of man. If you live in Maine, it may be that a man will be brought from if you live in Maine, it may be that a man will be brought from Texas or Japan to engage in some transaction, which will result in getting what you want. So you have no idea how it's going to happen. The how is irrelevant. All you have to do is focus on what you want, decide it's done, it's mine, I've claimed it, it's on its way, I've placed my order, and just allow whatever way it comes in. You have no idea. It'll just come. Do not forget that a moment that the thinking substance is through all, in all, communicating with all, and can influence all. The desire of thinking substance for a fuller life and better living has caused the creation of all the sewing machines already made, and it can cause the creation of millions more, and will, whenever men set it in motion by desire and faith, by acting in a certain way. You can certainly have a sewing machine in your house, and it is just as certain that you can have any other thing or things which you want, and which you will for the advancement of your own life and the lives of others. All right, here's a good story. This is a story at the end of the chapter, How Riches Come to You. I recall now the case of one student who was told that he must get in mind a clear picture of the things he desired, so that the creative thought of them might be impressed on the formless substance. He was a very poor man, living in a rented house and having only what he earned from day to day, and he could not grasp the fact that all wealth was his. So after thinking the matter over, he decided that he might reasonably ask for a new rug for the floor of his best room and a coal stove to heat the house during the cold weather. Following the instructions given in this book, he obtained these things in a few months, and then it dawned upon him that he had not asked for enough. He went through the house in which he lived and planned all the improvements he would like to make. He mentally added a bay window and a room there until it was complete in his mind as his ideal home, and then he planned his furnishings. Holding the picture in his mind, he began living in the certain way and moving toward what he wanted. He owns the house now, and it is rebuilding it after the form of his mental image. And now, with still larger faith, he is going to get greater things. It has been unto him according to his faith that it is so with you and with all of us. So, what do you want? Hold that mental image with the most faith possible. Even if you have a little bit of doubt, that's okay. As long as your dominant focus is on that desire and the faith that, yes, it will happen. I don't have to worry about how. All I have to focus on is the desire that it's done, it's already mine, and it will show up for you. And then once you start to see all these manifestations happen, your faith and your confidence in yourself increases, and then you can go to the next level. So at first, this poor man was like, oh, I guess I'll have like a rug. And then the rug came, and then he was like, wow, okay. How about a bay window in a brand new room? And then that came, and now he's able to manifest even bigger and more grander things because he's increasing his faith. So what is it for you? You know, I'm sure if you're watching my channel, you clearly understand how manifestation is working in your life. You've probably manifested a lot of cool things. And now, what are the bigger, more grander things? And don't see them as bigger or grander, just things that you desire. They're just a part of you. That's who you are. That's the version of you that you're stepping into. And yes, whether it's more money, more opulence, more luxury, a better career, an improved relationship. You can have it all. Hold the mental image or write it down if you're into journaling. It's going to come in. Don't worry about the how. And one other thing, I remember reading this book 10 years ago and I was like, what is this certain way thing? Because he capitalizes certain and way as a pronoun, I guess. Certain way. And at first I was like, what is a certain way? I don't get it. The certain way, from what I understand now, is being certain that the desire is already yours. So when you hold that mental image or you write down that desire, whatever type of practice you like to do to get into the state of envisioning in your 4D world, your imagination, what that desire is, do it in the certain way, which means that you are certain that it's going to happen. And even if you have a little bit of doubts, that's okay. It's normal. But just brush them off. Yep, whatever. This is what I want. I am certain that I want it. It is coming. It's done. So my intention for this was to uplift you, to realize that you are empowered, you are in control. Set your desire in the certain way. It is done. You have it. You already are that version of you. Think about that all day long as if you already have it. Ignore that it's not here yet because it's on its way. It is done. It's already yours. It's coming in. You don't even have to figure out how. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.